Tonight, when the sun goes down, you will reach for the switch. You will expect light, a simple click, a white glow filling the room, the walls returning to their familiar shapes, the ceiling, the table, your own hands, all coming back from the edge of darkness. But this time, the switch will not answer. The room will stay black. For 1 second, you will think there has been a power cut. Then you will hear it. Not the hum of your refrigerator. Not traffic outside. Not the soft electrical breathing of the modern world. You will hear wood cracking in a fire. You will smell smoke. And when your eyes adjust, the room will be gone. You will be standing under a sky so full of stars it feels impossible. The Milky Way will stretch above you like a wound of silver light. The air will be cold. The ground beneath your feet will be dirt. Around you, shadows will move. Human shadows. They will be sitting in a circle around a fire. And beyond that circle, something will be watching. For almost all of human history, this was night. Not the safe, softened darkness you know from bedrooms and city streets. Not darkness with a phone screen beside your pillow. Real darkness. Ancient darkness. Darkness so complete that your own hand could disappear before your face. You will try to speak. No one will understand you. A child beside the fire will stare at your clothes. An old woman will lift a burning branch, her eyes sharp and frightened. A hunter will step between you and the group, holding a spear made of wood and stone. You will not know where you are, but you will know when you are. Long before cities. Long before street lamps. Long before candles. Long before the simple mercy of a light switch. For more than 300,000 years, every ancestor behind you spent nearly half of life in near total darkness. Tonight, by some impossible fracture in time, you have been thrown back into that world. And the first lesson comes quickly. Do not leave the fire. The fire is not only warmth. It is not only light. It is a border. Inside its glow, people breathe. Children sleep. Faces exist. Outside its glow, the world belongs to other things. You will see the fire's circle clearly. A small trembling island, maybe 30 feet across. Sparks rise into the black. Smoke curls through the air. The people sit close together, shoulder to shoulder, because the dark presses in from every side. At first, you will think they are afraid of the night. Then you will understand. They are afraid of what lives inside it. Somewhere beyond the flames, a branch snaps. Every head turns. No one laughs. No one speaks. Even the children stop moving. You will stare into the black and see nothing. That is the problem. Your eyes are useless here. But the things outside can see you. Leopards, hyenas, wolves, and other hunters of the ancient world move through darkness as if it belongs to them. They hear breath. They smell fear. They know when a body is alone. Before fire, when the sun went down, humans climbed, hid, and became still. Moving at night was not bravery. It was surrender. Fire changed that. Fire gave humans a line that predators hesitated to cross. A woman near the flames will toss dry wood into the center. The fire rises suddenly, bright and angry. Somewhere in the dark, you will hear movement retreat. Not far, just far enough. That is when you will understand the oldest law of the human night. Inside the firelight, you may live. Outside it, you are meat. But fire did more than hold back teeth. It gave humans time. Before fire, the useful day died with the sun. Hunting ended. Gathering ended. Travel ended. The world closed. In winter, daylight could be short and cruel. Night could take more than half of life and lock it away. But the fire steals hours back from the dark. 2 hours. 3. Sometimes 4. And tonight, trapped in the wrong century, you will watch what humans did with that stolen time. At first, the talk around you sounds practical. The hunters gesture toward the hills. Someone points at a broken tool. Another person shakes a bundle of roots and argues with a woman across the fire. Their words are ancient, but the rhythm is familiar. Where is the food? Who saw the tracks? Which plants are safe? Who made a mistake? Daylight belongs to survival. Night belongs to something stranger. As the fire settles and the black sky lowers over the camp, The voices change. The hands stop pointing toward real places. The faces turn inward. Someone begins to speak slowly, rhythmically, and the others lean closer. You will not understand the words, but you will understand the story. The speaker lifts one hand toward the stars, then points into the dark, then presses both palms against his chest. The children widen their eyes. An old man smiles. A young woman covers her mouth to hold back laughter. A hunter who looked terrifying an hour ago suddenly snorts so hard that the child beside him laughs too. The group breaks into soft amusement. Even here, at the edge of death, someone has told a joke. That may be the most human thing you see all night. Around the fire, the camp becomes a theater. A classroom. Temple. A court. A memory system made of voices and fear and smoke. This is where humans learn to imagine things that are not in front of them. A hunt that will happen tomorrow. A valley no child has seen. An ancestor who still watches. A monster that explains the sound in the trees. A world before this one. A world after death. You will realize that culture was not born in comfort. It was born in darkness, while people sat close to each other and dared to speak beyond the present moment. The fire does not just protect their bodies. It expands their minds. But the night has another door. You will discover it when the camp sleeps. One by one, bodies curl beneath skins and woven covers. The fire shrinks. The stories fade. The stars burn with impossible brightness above you. You will wait for morning. It will not come. Hours pass. The camp sleeps. Then suddenly, without alarm or command, people begin to wake. Not all at once. Not in panic. A woman opens her eyes. Then an old man. Then a hunter near the ashes. They do not behave as if something is wrong. They sit up quietly, as though they have arrived at an appointment kept by the body. You will check the sky and realize it is still deep night. This is not morning. This is the space between sleeps. In your world, people are taught to sleep in one clean block. Night begins, eyes close, morning comes. If they wake at 2 a.m., they call it insomnia. They panic. They reach for screens. They count the hours left before work. But here, no one panics. They have entered a rhythm older than electricity. First sleep, then waking, then second sleep. Before the age of lamps and factories, humans often slept in two phases. They went to sleep soon after sunset, rested for several hours, then woke in the middle of the night for 1 or 2 quiet hours before sleeping again until dawn. You will watch it happen with your own eyes. Some sit near the dying fire and whisper. Some stare into the embers. A woman wakes from a dream and begins explaining it with urgent hands. 2 people move softly away from the others, still staying close enough to the glow. No one treats this as strange. This is the hidden chamber of the night, the hour when dreams are still fresh. The hour when the world is silent enough for thought. The hour modern humans lost. A man beside you will look into the embers for so long that you wonder whether he is seeing the past or the future. His face is calm, not tired, not restless. Calm in a way you almost do not recognize. You will realize that this wakefulness is not broken sleep. It is another state of being, a quiet island between dreams. In your own time, scientists would later recreate something like this. Remove artificial light. Give people long nights. Let darkness return. Within weeks, many bodies fall back into the old pattern. 4 hours of sleep, a period of peaceful wakefulness. Then, for more hours of sleep. As if the ancient rhythm is still buried inside us. As if the body remembers even when the mind forgets. You will think of your bedroom, your phone glowing beside you. The blue light striking your eyes long after sunset. Your brain mistaking midnight for day because modern light lies so convincingly. You will think of all the nights you woke for no reason and blamed yourself. Maybe it was not failure. Maybe it was memory. Then the fire crackles. A child whimpers. Everyone freezes. Something is outside the circle again. This time you see 2 reflections low to the ground. Eyes. They appear for only a moment, floating beyond the firelight, then vanish. The hunter reaches for his spear. Someone feeds the fire. The flames leap higher, and the eyes disappear into the black. Your heart pounds so loudly you are sure every predator in the valley can hear it. And yet, after a while, the camp settles again. That is what amazes you most. They do not conquer the darkness. They live with it. They respect it. They make a circle of light, but they never confuse the circle for the whole world. Your world did. In the centuries after this night, humans would slowly begin to push darkness back. Cities would hang lamps in the streets. Candles would become cheaper. Gaslight would glow in windows. Electric bulbs would turn night into a second day. People would call it progress. And it was progress. Fewer dangers. Longer work. Safer streets. Brighter rooms. But progress always takes payment. The old night disappeared. The stars faded behind city glare. The natural rhythm of sleep broke apart. The quiet waking between first and second sleep became a disorder. The reflective hour became anxiety. The fire circle became a living room lit by screens. Modern humans flooded the dark with light and forgot what the dark had taught them. They forgot how to sit with silence. They forgot how to listen inward. They forgot that night once had structure. Fire, story, sleep, waking, second sleep, dawn. Near morning, the eastern sky begins to pale. The camp stirs. Bodies rise. Tools are lifted. Ashes are kicked apart. Children rub their eyes. The hunters prepare to move. The old woman who first threatened you with the burning branch looks at you again. This time, she does not seem afraid. She steps close and places something in your hand. A coal. Small. Red. Breathing heat. You try to tell her you cannot take it. You do not belong here. You have a room, a switch, a life waiting thousands of generations away. But the sky flashes. The fire bends sideways. The camp, the stars, the people, the watching dark. All of it tears open. And you are back. Your room stands around you. Silent. Modern. Still dark. Your fingers are on the light switch. For a moment you think it was a dream. Then you smell smoke. In your palm is a smear of black ash. You turn on the light. The room floods white. The corners return. The ceiling returns. Your hand returns. Everything is normal again. Almost. Because now you know what night used to be. You know that, for hundreds of thousands of years, your ancestors gathered around fire and told stories that built the human mind. You know they slept in two phases, with a strange peaceful waking between them. You know they lived beneath skies so dark the Milky Way was not something to search for. It was simply there. You know the darkness was never empty. And tonight, when you wake at 2 a.m. for no reason, you may reach for your phone. You may blame stress. You may call it insomnia. But before the screen lights your face, you might pause. You might listen. Somewhere inside you, older than language, older than cities, older than the first candle, something still remembers the fire. It remembers the first sleep. It remembers the second sleep. It remembers the eyes beyond the glow. We traded that ancient night for a switch. And most of us never knew what followed us back.